what are some action steps for people listening who might not have a purpose? What can they do to create that in them?
I say it like this, and my mom just recently passed. And with COVID, it was like a 1-2 punch. I went through some really dark times, still kind of wrestling with it. And what first happens is I call it blanket time. Is I lay in my bed going, poor me, poor me, poor me. And I believe we have to do that. I believe it's okay to feel. You know, we live in a world where everybody's positive, positive, positive. Just because you bury toxic waste doesn't mean it goes away. You've got to feel those negative emotions. You got to feel the positive emotions. So for me, when I'm in blanket time, where I'm, laying in my bed, just, beating myself up, it's really dark, I get out of myself by doing something small every single day to better my life. That might be sending an email to somebody. That might be sending a text to somebody. It may be grabbing socks and going out and handing them to homeless people. Every day I do that one thing, and I might go back to blanket time, but soon that becomes 2 things, 3 things, and my problems may not go away. Like, COVID is still here. My mom is in heaven, but you get this new perspective. You get this, and you're able to deal with the challenges you're facing with much better clarity.
And my deepest condolences to you for losing your mom. I know I said that to you in person the other day, but she looked like an amazing soul. And now she gets to live on through you. And I love how you said blanket time. That's just such a simple term for a powerful, sad, depressing, lot of emotion going on. I, too, have also had my blanket time. And I say my goal is it's okay to have blanket time, but if I'm reacting to something, let's make that blanket time each time a little bit less, if that makes sense. But grief is a hard one, and you got to give yourself time, and you most likely will have some more blanket time coming up dealing with, your current loss.
We're humans, and life is ups and downs. I think that's the big difference. What happens to homeless people is learned helplessness. Is they've tried to get out of homelessness, and then after a while, they just adapt. And blanket time, the depression, the feeling of hopelessness is overwhelming, and they give up. Homeless people will say, well, I want to be homeless, and they don't. They've given up. See, the brain is very powerful. The brain has to either say, society hates me, or I want to be homeless. They opt for, I want to be homeless. But every person I've met that aren't nomadic, that have said, I want to be homeless, I said, did you first try to get out? Oh, yeah, but I gave up. It was so hard. We don't make it easy for people to get out of homelessness.